Sponsored by
PhD, MPhil किसी भी विषय में, डिप्लोमा के अनेक अवसर है RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी में. Admissions open.
Following a week of severe unrest and violent clashes between police and demonstrators that resulted in hundreds of deaths in Bangladesh, the security officials arrested more than 500 people, including some opposition leaders belonging to BNP and Jamaat-e-Islami, including Amir, Khosru, Mahmud, Chowdhury and Jamaat-e-Islami's Golam Parwar. The Bangladeshi government have blamed BNP and its ally Jamaat-e-Islami of exploiting the protests for an unconstitutional power grab. Releasing an official statement, PM Hasina Govt stated that the opposition parties, Bangladesh Nationalist Party and its extremist ally, the Jamaat-e-Islami, are taking advantage of the students' protest to enact their own agenda. That is an unconstitutional power grab through violence and terrorism in Bangladesh. This fear came true as demonstrated in the violence perpetrated by the opposition parties in the last few days while trying to use the non-violent and the non-political anti-quota protesters as a shield, the statement added. The statement comes a day after Bangladesh's Supreme Court issued a landmark ruling reducing the contentious quota system for the government jobs after days of widespread chaos and disastrous conflicts. The Supreme Court's decision scaled back the veterans quota to 5%, allocated 93% of jobs based on merit, and reserved the remaining 2% for ethnic minorities, transgender individuals, and those with disabilities. This ruling came as a significant challenge to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's administration, which has faced its most serious opposition since her re-election in January. For the Unrest, the protests led predominantly by students aimed to eliminate a quota granting 30% of government positions to relatives of veterans from Bangladesh's 1971 War of Independence. Although this quota was previously abolished in 2018 due to similar protests, it was reinstated by the High Court in June, prompting renewed demonstrations. The widespread unrest led to university closures, internet shutdowns, and a government order for people to remain indoors. However, the court's order failed to quell the protests as students demanded that the demonstrations will continue unabated until the government publishes the verdict in the Gazette. Student protesters have also demanded the release of detained protest leaders, the lifting of curfew, and the reopening of universities shut since Wednesday, giving the government 48 hours to act on their demands.